Day, mates! Welcome back to Quirky Chronicles, the channel that unearths the most astonishing, absurd, and amusing stories from history. Today we're embarking on an epic journey into the extraordinary and comical realm of the Great Emu War. Close your eyes and let's transport ourselves to the vast expanses of the Australian outback in the 1930s. A time when farmers faced an unexpected adversary, an army of emus. These seemingly innocent birds, with their endearing curiosity, turned into a feathery army, marching upon the farmlands and launching a full-scale assault on the crops. Faced with this audacious invasion, the Australian government responded with a plan that seemed foolproof, deploying a group of soldiers armed with machine guns, and thus the stage was set for an unprecedented battle between human firepower and avian determination. Little did the soldiers know that these flightless birds possessed an innate talent for evading danger. They proved to be nimble adversaries, dashing and darting through the bullets with a grace that would make even the most accomplished ballerina envious. Picture this. A soldier, gasping for breath, turned to his comrade and exclaimed, "These birds are more elusive than a drop of rain in the outback." The birds revelled in the chaos, seemingly taunting the soldiers with their playful antics. They would sprint in zigzag patterns, making the soldiers' task of hitting their targets as challenging as spotting a kangaroo hopping in reverse. But the soldiers, determined to defend their land, hatched new strategies. They set up decoys, hoping to lure the emus into their crosshairs. Little did they know that the big birds had an uncanny knack for sniffing out a ruse. With a disdainful glare, they would dismiss the decoys as mere folly and carry on with their mission of crop raiding. The soldiers soon found themselves caught up in an outlandish chase, a ballet of bullets and feathers. They would charge forward, guns blazing, only to be outmaneuvered by their feathered adversaries. The tall terrors seemed to possess an almost supernatural ability to disappear into the landscape, leaving the soldiers bewildered and scratching their heads in disbelief. In the midst of the chaos, a soldier, stumbling over his own feet, exclaimed, "These outback nemesis are giving us a run for our money." The long-necked marauders, with their wild and untamed spirits, seemed to mock the soldiers at every turn. They would flock together, forming a formidable force, and launch their counterattack. It was a scene straight out of a Monty Python sketch, with emus confidently strutting chests puffed, as if they were the rulers of the outback.
"Blast it, Private. I can't believe we're being outmaneuvered by these blasted bush bandits."
It's like they're staging a coup, Corporal. These running rascals are giving us a right thrashing, and it's making a mockery of our training.
I signed up to fight against enemy soldiers, not a bunch of feathered furies. This is madness.
It's downright embarrassing, if you ask me. We're supposed to be trained soldiers, yet we can't seem to outsmart a flock of birds.
I never thought I'd live to see the day when our biggest foe would have wings and feathers. This is a right proper debacle.
Look at them marching in their little emu formation. It's like they're mocking us, Corporal. Mocking us.
I feel like we're living in some surreal nightmare. Can you imagine the headlines, "Aussie Army surrenders to avian insurgents"?
Our ancestors will be rolling in their graves, knowing we're being bested by a bunch of oversized chickens.
If we make it out of this alive, I'm going straight to the pub and drowning my sorrows. A pint won't erase the humiliation, but it might help.
I hear you, Corporal. A pint and a good laugh with the lads is just what we need after this catastrophe.
The Great Emu War became a spectacle that captured the imagination of the nation. Newspapers were filled with headlines like "Feathered Foes Challenge Human Might" and "Emus Outwit Army. Who's the real bird brain?" Despite their valiant efforts, the soldiers eventually realized that the feathery menaces held the upper hand. Or rather, the upper claw. The government decided to withdraw the troops, realizing that the big birds had won the battle, but not without a few good laughs. And so, the Great Emu War became an extraordinary chapter in history, a tale of courage, folly, and a touch of absurdity. It reminds us that even in the face of unexpected challenges, a good laugh can be found. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join our quirky community and embark on this historical adventure with us. Until next time, cheerio!